beautiful peeps. How you guys think of my new old voice? Why do I sound like an off-brand hermit face with tears of joy? LOL, yeah. Before the scary voice and before the Kratos, LOL. That reminds me, what do you guys think of God Mazios on Monster Hunter World? Don't worry guys, I haven't beaten it yet XD.
This morning is actually got really cold. Hello guys, hey, good morning, how you guys doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's been a tough week, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to stream yesterday, but I was exhausted and I felt like I deserved a day off. I was like, no, today I'm not touching the computer. I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna upload my video. I'm gonna schedule it, and that's it. Hello, Ashwell. How you doing? Destroyer, Von Raptor. How you doing, Ashwell? Sweet tea, sweet tea, right? Yeah. I seen you before, random person. How you doing? Destroyer again. calm drawing. Anyways, today drawing a variant Digimon. Have you guys actually when I was a kid, unfortunately I got disinterested on Pokemon when the 3rd generation came around, and what it made. And I'm mostly like Digimon because I started watching the show Digimon 3. That's actually my favorite one. And it's the one that that's the one with Agumon. Not Agumon. Agumon is Digimon 1, damn it. It's Gilmon. It's from Digimon 3. And I swear to God, I love the show. And and when Sarah's like, I have a Gromon that I want you to draw, and I was like, let's go for it. Let's go. Digimon better because they got guns. Yeah, this is basically Pal World before Pal World, right? I swear to God, I've been thinking of getting into Pal World just to spite Nintendo. Yeah, but I haven't been able to. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna go into Pal World just to spite Nintendo. But yeah, you could say that Digimon it's Pal World before Pal World. Okay, so I'm tasked into drawing a variant of this boy right here. I think the volume of the music is a little bit too loud. Give me a sec. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna do a few modifications, like for example, it's a black variant. You could say it's like a shiny Charizard. It's like the shiny Charizard of the Digimon. Just kidding. But he wants me to do a little twist. So they want me to do a more of a Utahraptor pose. And I'm like, challenge accepted, because you knew that I wasn't able to resist this. You knew that I love dinosaurs, so you knew I wasn't able to resist this. So for this, because these guys originally they have the pose that they have, their pelvis. Actually, their legs are like coming from beneath them. If we're gonna give them an Utahraptor pose, that means that the hips are gonna be on the side. That's why they have a space in between the legs. There's space. They're not close together. They have a space. Because if we try to get the pose, we will have to spread our legs, and that will basically strain our thighs. Basically, that will put a lot of pressure on our thighs if we actually try to imitate that pose. So that's why the dinosaurs have the pelvis is different. Let me open my Chrome, my browser. Give me a sec. There we go. Look at our browser. Utahraptor. I was already looking for it. That's why these boys have a space. I need one with a side view. Okay, this one, that's just a toy, but I want like... Oh! Yeah, perfect. Come on. Gotta use my mouse. Why is the image so small? Come on. Can I zoom in with this? No, I can't. Dim. I just got myself another shortcut key because, come on, ugh, I can't lift it more than this. Because the previous one was freaking failing on me, so I got another key. Shortcut. I'm still getting used to the new. I'm still getting used to this. But anyways, oh my, it's so small. I need another picture. But you know what I'm trying to say. There's like space in between their legs. There's space. There's plenty of space. What a skeleton in here. The raptor. Skeleton. That looks like a bigger image. There we go. This one is. You see how there's plenty of space in between their legs right here, and their legs actually connect right here on the side of their on their sides of their side of their bodies instead of right underneath. So that's what I'm gonna change. I know it's like a cartoon. I know this animal does not exist, but come on, it's actually really fun to manipulate. Okay. So, and I'm also tasked with the so he wants me to give it like a menacing pose as feral as possible. I was dividing in between like falling down, like trying to catch prey or something like that. You're falling from above, or like a stunning run. But then I was like, we're going for a Utahraptor, which is a very big animal. So I feel like I'm gonna give him a running star pose. So yeah, I was like, should I do it like it's falling on its prey, or starting like, I think I'm gonna go like a starting run. Okay. Putting these images in its own folder. My brain is braining, just give me a sec. So if he's like lunging, I guess the shoulders have to be up, head down. Get my sketches, they're really messy. I feel like the pelvis has to be the focus point here. where the chest carry is going to be. Shoulders, maybe. Shoulders up. But it has like right here. Well, Digimon have really big hands. And they have really large feet. You know, I'll take care of proportions later. Let's get the pose first. Heads. Let me take a sip of my thinking coffee. God damn it, my shortcuts. I'm still getting used to this keypad. Damn it. Leg. God damn it. Stop it. Yeah, this keypad that I'm using has some extra buttons. I tried to program the same shortcuts in the same place, but but because the buttons are different size, I end up pressing other buttons and There we go. Just again, wrong button, damn it. So the knee should be like really up here. Really up here. The knee, the leg, really up here. Yes. Okay, let's fix that chest cavern, this chest. So where the shoulder is going to be. Let me know if I should go back. Once I'm done doing commissions, let me know if you guys are interested in me drawing dinosaurs. Because do you happen to play Final Fantasy XIV after all? At all? No, I have not. I play a little bit of Final Fantasy 15. Because I got the game, but then kind of Dante started playing the game, and I kind of just sat down and watched her play. But my main Final Fantasy game is always going to be Final Fantasy VII. It's always going to be Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry. And yes, I did play the original a few times. I managed to breed the Golden Chocobo. I actually did the side quest. I managed to get the Golden Chocobo before beating the game because I wasn't interested in beating the game. I was more interested into having my Golden Chocobo. I never used Digimon. I'm trying to do pretty much anything. I'm trying to draw pretty much anything. I came to that conclusion when I started drawing comics, like back in when I was working on Blood and Scales. I came to the conclusion that I was eventually gonna have to learn how to draw anything. I'm still weak on backgrounds though, as you can tell. Most of my videos don't have backgrounds. So, pretty much, oh yeah, almost all of them. It's rare when I do a background. But, yeah, backgrounds are still my weakness. But I try to learn how to draw pretty much anything. I'm still struggling with hands. I'm still struggling with mechanical components. Like sometimes I have somebody who wants me to draw a character and have like they're like an amputee and they request a mechanical arm. I was like, yeah, I'll do it, and I just try to imagine how it will work. So I still try to give mechanical stuff a go. So I'm trying to draw pretty much anything. Yeah, somebody told me, are you okay with me drawing this? I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. But yeah, since I was a kid, Digimon 3, the anime, I have not played any of the games, sadly. I have not played any of the games. I'm not familiar with the card game. As you can see, they got sent a reference. I'm not familiar with the card game at all. I'm just familiar with Digimon 3, the anime. That's pretty much it. And a little bit of Digimon, the original, but again, TV show. I remember what made me watch Digimon 3 was the main character, Takato. He drew Gilmon. He basically drew him. And somehow Gilmon came back, just became alive. And freaking, he even designed his evolutions. I was like, I want to be able to do that. Basically, that's what got me hooked into the anime, and I strongly recommend it. I'm pretty sure YouTube has it for free. Yeah, because that series is so old, I'm pretty sure you can watch it on YouTube somewhere. What's that? Yeah, that's fair. I was asking because the new content update, they dropped like 3 new characters. They're eye candy. Actually, I already drew all of those characters before, so they're not new. I already drew them up before, so I was thinking of adding. I was thinking of adding as well. God damn it. I wanted to add more characters, to be honest, but it's really difficult for me to add more characters into the frame to make it fit so they don't look small when I zoom out. So yeah, I wanted to add more characters. And yeah, and people were like, I'm respectfully looking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I was like, okay, pretty much every single character is gonna be shirtless, so I had on the side of the screen my Pinterest, because I have a collection of references. Give me a sec. Of references on Pinterest for anatomy. Again, I do have a Pinterest, but I don't post anything over there. I just go for the references. So I had this on the side of my screen at all times because I was like, okay, most of them are gonna be shirtless. I gotta put an extra effort. So I was like, yeah. Again, you don't have to learn how every muscle is named. You just need to understand how they work. That's all I'm gonna say. When studying anatomy, just have a mental map of how they look and how they work. So by the time you make a pose, you can stretch that part of the body, so it makes it looks more realistic. But yeah, this is basically my. All of this I have is just for references, all for anatomy. I had so many pictures. So I have this page open at all times. So human anatomy, yeah. So I have that open at all times. And I have another folder for animal anatomy as well, because their bodies are different. Even though their muscles work in a similar way, they're positioned differently. So I always want to learn. I don't know. I have this fascination where I just want to know how everything works. I just want to know how. Yeah, I just basically want to know how everything works. Don't lose ever that fascination, to be honest. Back. Also, do you watch Legends of Adventures? I might pronounce it wrong, but yes, I do watch their videos. It's so freaking hilarious. I do watch their videos. They're just amazing. Their humor. I will never be able to match that kind of humor because you gotta think on your feet. You are with other people. You have to work with other people's mentalities. I get overwhelmed easily. I'm not good with talking with a lot of people at the same time because my brain has to keep track of what they're saying. I can't do that. I get easily overwhelmed. Well, yeah, that's my acoustic brain for you. But I do try to do, I put some effort. The most recent one is a new animation of the past episode. Wait, are we talking about... Oh, we're talking about their animations. Okay, yeah. You know, which one is my favorite? That I always watch it and I always freaking... You know what? I try not to do reaction streams, but I feel like should we play a few videos after the stream? Let me know. I have a few favorite ones, but like a top favorite one, I can't name. I can't think of one. They're just, all of them are freaking hilarious. I love their content, yeah. There's gonna be like a Tokla. I think I need to lower the head even more. Yeah, this is going to be the head. Again, I'm not gonna worry about proportions. I just want the pose to make sense. I think I need to move this guy to the front, that way I can make the tail longer. Maybe that's a little bit too long. Okay, and then I'm gonna move this guy. Right here. Just getting in the way. Save. Go. Yeah, I have a different keypad and I keep forgetting that I did not program a key to just save my work. So I have to manually go up to the corner and do that. Okay. So there's a shoulder. Elbow right here, the hand. I think there's too much noise. Yeah, okay. Slow for the opacity. Make another sketch. Probably blue. Because this guy has big hands. Big hands, so it's like this. So the elbow's gonna be like right here, shoulder right here, to make it look like it's like this. Hope you enjoyed dinner. We're having McDonald's for lunch. Actually, haven't had anything. For me, will be breakfast. It's, well, my computer says that it's 9 in the morning. Again, this is Arizona, so. So my computer says it's 9:30. My phone says it's 10:30. Oh, if you're actually watching from Arizona, and you see my stream being at 9, at 9. It's actually on 10 because we're like 1 hour. We're actually 1 hour ahead. So yeah, I'm starting my streams at 9 in the morning. But if you're in Arizona, I'm gonna, even if it says 9, I'm gonna start at 10 because the rest of the word says that it's it's an hour. The rest of the word's an hour late. I don't know why they do this. So that's the hand. I'm gonna worry about the other hand later. Let's focus on the head, on the face. It's not a very simple shape. What I noticed about Digimon is that their faces are very blocky. It's 9 in the morning for you? Oh. Yeah, I was confused. You said dinner. So I was like, so it's night for you? Oh yeah, and going back a little bit, what's your favorite class when it comes to D&D? Okay, I barely play D&D, so I basically taught myself. I know almost nothing about D&D. I did play once as a player. I had to be DM for my family basically. So I haven't been able to play as a player. But I played one time because we had one friend on Discord that decided to do a one-shot for us. And I played a rogue kobold. Technically, I play. You could say that I played as Hidalgo. You could say that, but because I was because I got reckless, my character basically got prone, unconscious, almost at the beginning of the game. So I barely did anything. So I can't say favorite. I can't speak what kind of on classes, because again I haven't barely played any D&D at all as a player. But and you may like, isn't your story a D&D? No, it's not. It's completely original. And I understand why people think that my story is a D&D story, because Hidalgo was a kobold. Hidalgo was last minute decision. He was going to be a different species. He was gonna be like an unknown species. I said it before, but anyways, Hidalgo was gonna be like Hidalgo's species was going to be like a joke. He was going to be like an imp kind of creature, and every time somebody asks, "What are you?" there will be like a random noise in the background, like covering his answer. That was going to be the joke, in which nobody will know what he is. That was going to be the original joke. But then I got into D&D, discovered kobolds, and I was like, oh my god, my boy is a kobold. So I designed him to be a kobold. So yeah, my story has pretty much nothing to do with D&D. You could say I got some inspiration from the game, but it's not. Okay, how am I gonna draw an open mouth? If I play D&D, which I want, but my mom doesn't like it, probably because they get overwhelmed with the rules. I mean, it's really, really hard too. Probably what you need to do is do the character for her, and just tell her you can do this, but there's gonna be consequences. That's pretty much it. It's yeah, call it as it is. It's a pretend game. You just pretend. Just tell her, yeah, it's just a pretend game. You pretend to be this character, you do things, and things happen. Yeah, a lot of people, they just say, no, I don't wanna, because they get overwhelmed by the math. I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh, there's math included in this game? Oh no, maybe this game is not for me. I still have a few people, when they submit a commission, and they're like, this character is my character from D&D, and they immediately shower me with backstories, game mechanics, and I'm like, please stop, just give me the visuals. I don't need a backstory. I get overwhelmed easy. I was like, just tell me how this character looks like. Just tell me. I have it as a rule. I was like, please, I'm not familiar with the game mechanics. I don't know what you're talking about, please. She used to be Catholic, and she's a big time Christian. Ooh. Ooh. I see the problem. Oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really difficult to explain. Yes, but then again, just tell her it's a pretend game. Yeah, I have to deal. Believe it or not, I have to deal with a lot of Christians in my childhood. It wasn't fun. You know, me, I was a nerdy kid. I love video games, and I love drawing dragons. And when I started working my first job, I was surrounded by Christian ladies, and during our lunchtime, basically we will work, and they will give us an hour lunch, all of us at the same time. So we have our own place to have our lunch and stuff. They just stole my lunch a few times, but that's not what I'm talking about anyways. But sometimes I will just sit down, I have my sketchbook on me, and then I will start drawing, you know. I will just mind my own business, and they will just like, what you do when they see this dragon, and they're like, ew, what are you doing this? And I was like, what do you mean, why? Do you know those are demons? I was like, that's just something I just made up. What are you talking about? But dragons are evil. And I was like, no, they're not. Guess what kind of dragon I was like drawing, okay? Even though it was a made-up dragon, I was like drawing a dragon based on, you know, the Chinese design. The Chinese dragons, I was like doing like a really long body and stuff like that. I was trying to make it as elegant as possible, but they were like, you know, those are evil. It's like, no, this is a Chinese dragon. They're supposed to represent good luck. What are you talking about? That will not fly with them. And then it was like, why are you doing this? It was like, and then they called, and then this lady, I don't even remember her name. She basically dragged another lady that happens to have a tattoo as well. And the tattoo was like 2 hands. This is the tattoo that they had. It's like 2 hands with a rosary, with and a cross, kind of like this. It had like a rosary in there. It's like, you should be drawing stuff like this. It took everything. Try not to laugh. Why? Because, first of all, why would I draw 2 boring hands with a rosary? I'll probably say it wrong, but with a rosary and rosario, basically, with a cross in there. I was like, first of all, why would I draw that? I like, it's not that I hate that. I was like, I don't like drawing hands, and why will I draw, you know, stuff that I'm not into, basically. And on top of that, that tattoo was crappy as fuck. The fingers were all crooked, and the rosary wasn't following gravity. I was like over-analyzing the design. I was like, oh my god, you should get your money back. That tattoo was horrendous. I almost wanted to grab a pencil and probably just point out the flaws on the tattoo. I was both laughing and raging on the inside at that moment. It was a very strange sensation. I almost wanted to grab a pen, and I was like, this person, it was like, this tattoo artist, please get a refund from this person. It was like, please let me fix those hands. Oh. You should have. I should have said something. Then again, I was young and stupid. I was a doormat. This is one of those instances. If I had one opportunity to go back in time and fix something in my life, that will be it. That will be it. Because I didn't have a backbone back then. I just let people say whatever they wanted about me. And yeah, I was a doormat. And yeah, I should have said something. And to this point, yeah, that's where I'm like, if I was able to go back in time and change something, that would be it. And it wasn't the first time. I remember that they were telling me that it was me who was leaving a mess on a section, basically, on one part of the... I used to work on a laundry, basically. That was my first job. What we did was, it was back in Vegas. It was like a warehouse, basically. We will wash the bed sheets or the napkins from the restaurants, the casinos. Yeah, all the casinos will send their dirty laundry, their bed sheets, all the way to their warehouse, and we will wash them, basically. Okay, so these people will basically try to lend the blame on me, saying that the napkin section was always messy because I was there. And I basically exploded on them because it was going long enough. And I was like, how can you say it was me if I didn't even work that day? Aha! Again, if I could go back in time, I'm like, ah! Again, I was a doormat. I was a doormat. You live and learn. Ah! Ah! But yeah, you live and learn. I need to calm down. Oh yeah. Don't be a doormat. Stand up for yourself. You owe it to yourself. If you're an artist and people tell you, oh, ew, you're drawing demons, so it's like, don't fall for it. Do whatever you want. You owe it to yourself to be happy. It doesn't have to take you 20 years to realize, trust me, you know what? Nobody cares what I do. On the long run, they might criticize you, they might tell you, normal people don't do that, normal people don't behave like that. At the end of the day, they don't care. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody cares. Be yourself, be happy, do whatever you want, take control of your life, and if you're still doubting yourself, you can do this! You can do this! You owe it to yourself to be happy, okay? I was a doormat for way too long. Former employees and former employers. Oh, I did get my revenge though. I need to lower the volume on this. I actually quit because I couldn't take it anymore. Because I couldn't take it anymore. All of them, I barely turned 18. I think I was 18, 19, I don't know. When I started working at that place, all the women were already married, they had kids. They were in their 40s, okay? Yeah, they were all in their 40s. I was the youngest person in there. I wanted to say kid, but I guess from the age difference, I guess I was a kid. But anyways, they were older women. They were married, they had kids, they were like in between the 30s and 40s. Me, I was like, barely was 19. I had my tattoo in there, and they were criticizing about my tattoo. And then one time, because I got my piercing, because I have my, I have an eyebrow piercing, by the way. I love it. I'm never gonna remove it. Anyways, I do have an eyebrow piercing, and oh my god, when they saw it, they will give me shit like non-stop. They even talked to me, to the freaking owner. Those bitches barely spoke they barely spoke English, and they were like, oh, she piercing, oh no, like that. They barely spoke English, and they were like, oh, piercing, ew, no. And yeah, I was like in front of the owners, and again, that was after basically, that was when I barely started to stand up for myself. That was when I barely started. So the owner just looked at me, and I was like, excuse me, but why is the eyebrow piercing such a big deal? they were like, oh, you know, the piercing get cut up in the machine, and it's gonna cause an injury. And I was like, have you seen the big ass earrings that you have? If you don't put your ear inside the machine, what makes you think that I'm gonna put my whole face in? That shut them up. Because they were all like big ass earrings, and somehow they have a problem with my piercing. And their excuse was like, oh, they can get cut in the machine, and they're just like, and I was like, have you seen the size of your earrings? I was like, if you don't put your ear inside the machine, what makes you think I'm gonna put my full face in? They shut up. It was a dumb, stupid excuse. And the owner was there. It was like, the owner just looked at me and was like, I don't see a problem. And that was the end of it. Fuck you. That was the last time I heard, you know, them whining about my piercing. You should have replied, you smooth skins. Again, I was a doormat. Oh man. Oh, but yeah, that gave me so much satisfaction. I was like, oh my goodness. Every time I remember that, I'm like, yes, in front of the boss. The boss, there were like two owners actually. So both of them were like, I don't see a problem. Yeah, they were trying to make a big deal out of their earrings. And for some reason, they have a problem with my piercing, which is teeny tiny compared to the biggest, you know, earrings that they were like always having. And I'm not gonna lie, I could tell later on that they were jealous. They were jealous that I wasn't, because back then I was actually really skinny. Like right now, I'm not as skinny as I was back then, but I was actually really skinny, and they were pretty round. Let's just say. I remember that they were trying to switch my. I was doing night shift. Hey, Dragon Girl, how you doing? So I was doing night shift, and I was doing it for a whole 6 months. I worked 6 full freaking months, and I was dealing with them. And all of a sudden, they were like, "Oh, we're switching you to the day shift." And I was like, "Wait a minute, why?" Like without, hey, do you want to? Without, hey, we're thinking of moving people. Without a warning, they were just, oh, we're changing you to the day shift. Oh, they pissed a lot of people off because they were like, people were quitting in mass at that point. People were like, you can't do this. You can't just make any changes without previous warning. They were just like, oh, you're night shift, we're gonna change it to the day shift. So that's why I was like, you know what, I talked to my mom, and I was like really stressed out. I was like, I need this job or else I got nothing. And my mom is the, God bless her soul, she was like, just quit. She was like, if you're not happy there, if they're treating you like crap, just quit. And I was like, are you sure? I was like crying. I was like, but I don't wanna. It was like, in my mind, it was like a person that doesn't work is just a person that doesn't have an income is just dead weight in the house. So I was working because I wanted to feel like I was helping in the house, like I was providing. So me quitting was a big deal. But my mom was like, yeah, they've been treating you like crap. Just quit. Just quit. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Hi, young girl. Yeah, you kind of just jump in the middle of my story. So yeah, they were like changing schedules without any sort of previous announcement. So I was one of those people that quit. But the girls, those women, old women, they were already planning a party because I don't even remember if it was a quinceañera or somebody's birthday. I think it was one of the ladies' birthday. I don't remember. That was not an important thing, but they were getting ready for a party, and they were like talking about it, and they invited me too. They invited me, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna go because I don't want to see those girls. I don't want to see those women ever again. But then I got that idea. Remember that I told you that they were jealous. Again, they were jealous that I was skinny, and they will criticize me for not eating more. Yeah, if they were even criticizing me for not eating the gigantic amounts of food that they were eating. It was that bad. Okay, so I was like, they're freaking jealous. So I decided to, you know what? I'm gonna go to that party. I'm just gonna go to that party, and I remember that I don't even remember what the present was, but I got my present, and then I had I have a mini skirt, like a sleeveless shirt. I have like a choker, and then I have my hair all done. And I was like, I'm gonna go as pretty as possible. I'm pretty much regular me prefers, sweatpants. I would prefer to I would prefer sweatpants and jeans anytime over a mini skirt. But I was like, oh no, they like to talk shit about me. I'm gonna give them a reason to talk about me. So, oh my god. So I just went in there. I told mom, I was like, I'm going to the party. And she was like, you don't have to go to the party if you don't want to. I was like, no, I want to go. And I went there. All eyes were on me. I was like, oh, hi. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't have time to just stay. You're like, here's a present. Me and my family are going, we're having dinner already. So everybody, even my mom, my dad, my siblings, they were all really dressed up just for this to back me up. So yeah, they were like all really dressed up, elegant and everything. They were just backing me up in there. So me and my family are going and eating out. I'm sorry, so we just have time to come say hi and drop the present. And then we just walked away. So yeah, my entire family was in there backing me up. They were all wearing their best stuff. And me with my mini skirts and everything, showing legs. Like, they always criticizing me for being skinny and everything. So I had my hair down. I was very uncomfortable about my hair too. I used to hate my hair. Now I love it. But I had my hair down, all curly and stuff, and so I dropped the present, and we kind of just went to the casinos, and we kind of just walked around pretty much. We didn't do much, but hey, it was all part of the plan. The next day, we got the word from one of my neighbors. They were like, "Oh my god!" Like, they were talking to my mom. Like, "Oh my god, your daughter was the talk of the day. They would not stop talking about her and how pretty she looked." And I was like in the corner like this, and I was like, the plan was a success. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, I made them. Like, you want to be, like, you want to talk about me? I'm gonna give you a reason to talk about me. Because I just knew that those ladies were jealous. I was like, my plan worked! Mission accomplished! Yeah! Oh my god. But yeah. I got them back. That was basically my revenge, you could say. They were criticizing me for my they were criticizing me for my drawings. They were criticizing me for for not eating the ridiculous amount of food that they were eating, because they will, during lunch, they will have these big freaking plates and they will just eat it, all of it. And I was like, how can you eat that much? I was like, oh, my portions were like nothing compared to theirs. And they were blaming me for stuff that I didn't do. I was like, you left the mess over there. And I was like, but I didn't work that section. I was like, what are you talking about? I was a doormat. But to me, that was a huge win. Because I'm gonna live rent-free in their heads for the rest of their lives. And that still gives me so much satisfaction to this day. I'm gonna live rent free on those bitches' heads. I'm like, that satisfaction. Yes. Oh my goodness! I kind of stopped drawing because I'm like telling the story. Damn it! Hey, how are you? The skull already? Like, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great right now. I'm doing great. Trying to figure out the head. Maybe like this. Yeah. It's gonna cut the jaws wide open. Gonna lift the head, having that eye up here. Trying to figure out a head pose for this guy. Maybe a little bit too big. This is where the neck is gonna connect. It's gonna be like a there we have for my fox skull. It's gonna be like god damn it, the brightness. It's gonna be like kind of like this jaw. No, might as well just have it here. Yeah, that eye needs to be a little bit higher. God damn it! Where's my eraser? There we go. The eye is gonna be like high up here. Do this again. I'm not worried about proportion. I just want to get the pose right. It would be cool if I can show the back of the mouth. I think I got it. Go back in there. I'm just gonna leave it here. Again, new keypad. I'm still getting used to it. It's gonna be put back on for now. Shortcut. It's asking me, do you want to print? No! Damn it. I think that phase might be a little bit too long. I mean, I get the angle. Yeah, I feel like I need to make the head a little bit smaller because after I add the horse, it's gonna make the head look even bigger. What time is it though? Oh my god, it's already been an hour and I have barely done anything. I'm sorry. If I ever, you know, start talking about my own life way too long and I'm bothering you, let me know. Let me know. Because when I'm talking, my process kind of slows down a little bit. You let me know when I'm annoying you and stuff. I don't want to print. Yeah, if I'm annoying you, let me know. It's actually pretty round. Normally when I draw dinosaurs, I like to show a little bump in the nostrils. But they barely had any. Chest muscles, chest cavity right here. That looks better. Knee, like right up here, like I drew on the sketch. I don't like it. There we go. Now for the other hand. Big hands. Maybe a little bit too big. Again, I want the arms to be higher. What's that? You just got an email of your milestone? Chick-fil-A? What kind of milestone is that? Do you have a favorite creature to draw? Favorite? I guess reptilians are my favorite thing to draw. If it's a dragon, if it's a dinosaur, I like to draw it. I guess any reptilian, I don't know, because I was like, I was obsessed with drawing dinosaurs, dragons, and I kind of still am, I guess. I think I like this. I think I like this pose. Make it a little bit bigger so it fits in the canvas. No, I don't want to print! Like, I'm still used to I'm still getting used to my shortcuts. New keypad. Muscle memory is working against me. Maybe. Let this go class. I don't want to print, but yeah, again, new keypad, muscle memory is working against me. Damn it. All right, we got the pose. Now let's add the fun stuff. Horns and stuff. Let's go a little bit more into detail. Let's type this. Basically has this guy's horns. There we go. Just like kind of reach the volume on this. sharp teeth. I'm sorry, it's just that we were like have like a metal song and then we changed to a really chill one. I need to adjust my playlist. Don't want to print. Get back out. I need a chin piece. Oh, right here. Give me a sec. I need to change this music. It's too chill. I mean, I love it. It's from my first Monster Hunter game, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. They did it well. But it doesn't have the right vibe at the moment. Come on. Ooh. Thank you. I had it in shuffle. Does it look cool? Thank you. Yeah, normally I try to just draw when it doesn't matter when it comes to lizards and you just want it to look scary. I just draw the cones first. And the gum and the border and the line of the gums later. I don't want the print. Yeah, when I'm drawing my werewolves, then yeah, I actually go and consult my little skulls so I can draw the teeth. There's a little nose bump right there. At this angle. Maybe I should stick with this. No, we're here to make it menacing, so here. yeah, almost forgot his elbow. Knife. There we go. And what you making? I'm drawing basically, are you familiar with Digimon? I'm basically drawing a variant of Gromon, but with a little bit of a twist. A bit. Yeah, I was asked, you know, my task is to make it a little bit more, it's this guy, but a little bit more of a Utahraptor body shape. Yeah, that's my task. Just a little bit. I like to draw when it's putting pressure on one side. You want to, you know, draw the claws a little bit tilted, so you know that the character is pushing pressure on those toes. A little tip from me to you. If you want to show weight. I don't want to print. Again, I have a shortcut keypad right here, Huion, but this one no longer is working. Yeah, this is my old one. And my muscle memory is working against me right now. Like, I keep pressing the wrong buttons and it's asking me constantly, do you want to print? Just give me that window to print. And I was like, I don't want to print. God damn it. Morpho is bothering me. I'm gonna pull the whole right a little bit lower. Because it's gonna have feathers. He has like... Okay, see, I was told that he has like a crown of feathers, but he also has feathers all the way to the end of the tail, and it also has like spikes on the tail. When people ask me this, when they actually want feathers or they want fur or they also want spikes at the end of the tail, what I do is, okay, if you want both, then I give them a little of a crocodile tail. Let me show you what I mean, because I'm better at explaining things with pictures. Crocodile tail. This is what I mean. Use the mouse. There you go. Open any tab. Itchy nose. This is what I do. I can't zoom in. Okay, but you know, basically, you know how the crocodile, the protrusions, the spikes, basically, they go to the side. That's what I do. When they want both spikes and they want something going down in the middle, I do that. I basically give them what I like to call the crocodile tail. I basically split the tail so there's space for the fur to go in between. See that? That's what I like doing. So this guy has 3 spikes. So what I'm gonna do is make the middle one. Let me see. It would be better if I do this. Yeah, because it's going higher. Spikes are going to come up from the side. Let me do this with a different color. Let's do blue. Except it's feathers. And kind of look good since the feathers become smaller here. So make it look like it's fur, or maybe fuzz. Then slowly starts to get the feathers become longer and longer. Crocodiles look rad. I know. Again, I love drawing anything that has scales. Dragons, lizards, dinosaurs. I draw them all the time. I've done it so often. And then feathers become longer, more abundant, and then they shrink back. And then, yeah, the feathers become smaller. I might pull the drawing back down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's what I like doing when people are like, I want scales, I want horns, I want spikes, I want feathers. I was like, I can't do it. I can do it. I got this. I got this. Oh, this spike is gonna get covered, damn it. Oh well. Set the sketch underneath. There we go. Since I already have blue, I have red. I'm gonna so I don't forget about the markings. So one marking here on the chest. Make sure it follows the curvature of the muscles too. Normally when I sketch, I try to keep it just 2 colors. I think except for all the markings. It doesn't have many. Oh yeah, and the eyes. Is it a stripe or is it like a... I don't remember. Yeah, it looks like a... It looks like a scar. It's like a scratch. I don't want to brand them it. I think that's it. Oh, give me a sec. I'm reading now. Should I play Monster Hunter World? Should I? You should. Definitely, you should. Monster Hunter World is Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Wilds are meant for newbies. They're newbie friendly. So yeah, go for it. If you're like me and your first game is like Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, then you and I are masochists. Curious, how are the sprites determined? Actually, it's randomly. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, they're always random. If you're on Twitch, and there's like a point system, depending on how long you're being, how long you've been on the stream, and you can exchange it to change the avatars. But when it comes to YouTube, it's a little bit random. The biggest woman alive streaming. Fucking go. Defiant, thank you, LycanHeart. How you doing? Yeah. We're doing my own twist on my own version of Digimon at this point. I'm gonna make it a little bit. Nope. Nope. These things I just select. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Because the feather's gonna want to get out of the canvas. They want to peek out of the canvas. This is why I am like, I'm so thankful that we have digital digital drawings. You can actually just resize the canvas. You can't do that on. You can't do this on traditional. Yeah, when it comes to traditional drawings, you have to sketch with a very light pencil to make sure that all your you have to blend the proportions to the beginning as well. Because if you erase too often, then you're gonna make a hole in your paper. Which, speaking of, I was a traditional artist before digital, so if I ever get accused of using AI, I'm like, bro, I can do traditional. Like they were like, oh, I want you to stream it. I was like, I'll do you one better. I'm gonna stream it and I'm gonna do it traditional too. At this point, I'm just waiting for that. I'm just waiting for someone to accuse me. Because I'll do you one better. Instead of a goddamn tablet, I'm gonna do traditional because I was traditional artist before digital. I have a stick right here. I left a lot of my drawings back home in Vegas. But I still have this one. This is a few years back. I shared a few drawings. Which one of my favorites? This is one of my favorites. Can you guys see it? This way. This is basically my version of the freaking what's it called again? This is from Jurassic World 2. It's not the Ultraciraptor. Bleh. It's the Indoraptor. Yeah, Indoraptor. Goddamn. Oh, my old cringe Spyro. Oh, cringe Spyro. I have so many cringe drawings right here. From 5 years ago. Yeah, you guys remember that movie Rampage with the Rock in it? Yeah, I actually went to the theaters to watch it because when I was a kid, I used to play the arcade version of Rampage, and I love those goddamn monsters. So I drew the three of them. I even tried to draw my own version of Pokemon as well. Oh, it's so cringe. Oh my goodness, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Stupid pencil. It tends to shine a little bit. So I had damn it. Charizard in there, Charmeleon, and Charmander in there. I'm sorry, it's the pencil tends to shine. There we go. Just let me know if you'll be interested in me drawing traditional. I will have to adjust the camera angle so I can, so I can draw on top of this. But yeah, let me guys know if you got interested in, a traditional stream. Indoraptor, I know. I don't know why I'm so bad with names. It's been a while. So yeah, I was a traditional artist before digital. So I was like, at this point, I'm waiting for someone to accuse me. I'm like, oh, you're using AI. I was like, I'll do you one better. I'll do traditional. But yeah, it's just that a few days ago, I watched a video from Mojing. Have you seen Mojing? Mojing made a video about one artist that claimed that she wasn't using AI, and in reality, they were tracing AI. And they were like, "Oh no, I'm using it's all me. I'm not using any AI." And then they they uploaded a video of them basically drawing on a tablet. And for some reason, they always, because they were like, oh, if you want to prove, if you want to prove that you're not using AI, let's stream together. And they will basically refuse to stream their work. They will refuse to show their time lapse. They will refuse just to show anything. And when they show their time lapse, they show just the line appearing with no sketch and no and basically no errors. And I was like, are you kidding me? It went so bad that they basically posted a video of them drawing on their tablet. And then people were like, oh, okay, so they can actually draw. And then an actual artist took a look at their iPad, and they were like, that's a funny color wheel you're using. Because in a shot where they show the color wheel, they show that the green was missing from the color wheel. How is that even possible? I mean, they got me fooled. I was like, okay, they're drawing, and then I see nothing wrong. And then an artist pointed that out. It's like, hey, the green color is missing from the color wheel, meaning that they were using chroma key. They chroma key their video. Basically, they took the AI drawing. Basically, they removed all the colors, just leaving the green. So by the time they color green, by the time they use chroma key, the entire drawing, all the color green is gone from the video. All the color green is it's gone from the video, including the green from the color wheel, and that's how they got caught. And I was like, bro, like, so much effort into cheating. Why would you put so much effort into cheating when you could put that effort into learning? Why? I mean, from my perspective, I love being a nerd because I love research. I love to look into drawings and to look what makes them different and special. I'm a college dropout. My main course was biology. Do I regret what I learned? Heck no. If anything, I don't regret what I learned. If anything, I'm thankful because biology made me even more curious about the world. I want to learn how everything functions. I always knew the life in general, how all life on Earth came to be was complicated. I always knew that. But then I went to college, I studied biology, and then we start basically when you start studying biology, they teach you from the beginning. They teach you the essentials of how life begins, like molecules and stuff like that. How hydrogen atoms, how the hydrogen molecules keep all the molecules together and keep them from falling apart, basically. Biology is interesting in the different. Yeah, it's just wonderful. It's just mind blowing. I already knew it was complicated, but god damn, when I learned that all molecules, for example, proteins, you can have two proteins side by side. Okay, just you can have two proteins. They could have the same components. They can have the same amount of atoms and particles, but if they're folded differently, if there is like a variation in their chain, you can end up with a different protein. That's how complicated life is. They can be exactly the same, shaped differently, just a little fold in the difference in the protein can create a different. It can affect its function. It can do something different. That is just mind blowing. So I'm here like, wait a minute. You're telling me that we are alive by pure chance? We're alive because at some point in history, a few molecules kind of collided on the right position, the right way, the right amount to create a component. And then that component, with more components, made a bacterium. And then that bacterium got together with other bacteria to create a multicellular organism. And then that kind of snowballed into what we are right now. Are you kidding me? Are we alive because it's pure dumb luck, or there was some kind of divine intervention? I was like, the fuck. To this day, I'm like, how are we even alive? What keeps us together? Bro, to this day, I'm like, that is fascinating as fuck. Again, college dropout. Do I regret what I learned? Heck no. If anything, it just added to my curiosity. How everything just came to be, man, in general. Why wouldn't you want that as an artist? And then I go back to the whole AI drawing and digital AI images. Why? Why can't you just go and do your own research and reawaken that fascination for nature? Why wouldn't you do that? To me, that's like to me, that's the best part of being an artist. To be honest, the research, the fascination, just I love it, and that's something that I like to share every time every time I go live. I like to share where I got my references, what inspires me more than anything, and how I believe, and how I learned that things work. Again, I'm not an expert in anatomy. I basically look at the drawings, I look at videos. Have you seen those documentaries in which you have a lion chasing a gazelle or something, and then they give you like a slow time lapse of the video, how the lion is like trapping its prey, like you can see every muscle how they work on slow motion, and you're like, that's just amazing. I was like, if anything, college just reawakened my child brain fascination, I guess. That's how I see things. Every time I do research for a drawing, I go and try to draw anything. Dragons, even if it's dinosaurs, dragons, even if it doesn't exist, even if that creature doesn't exist, I want to imagine how it will move in real life. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't care if it's a mythological, if it's realistic. I don't care. That's why I'm like trying to draw anything. Like I have some people asking me before submitting a commission, are you okay with a multi-legged or multi-armed creature? I was like, bring it. I want the challenge. Give it to me. Give it to me. So yeah, childhood fascination, your wonder. Never lose that. Never lose that. Because if you reach a point where nothing surprises you, then why are you even alive? Like, why? If you're walk through life and nothing surprises you, I'm like, I'll just pity you. I was like, that's a sad way to live. Sorry, that's a sad way. More arms, more fun. Yeah, I already have somebody who asked me, I was like, are you okay with a character that has multiple arms? Basically has like another set of arms. So I was like, it's not the first time that I drew. I already done something similar before. Was where they asked me to have multiple limbs. I mean, like, dragons have multiple limbs. When I draw dragons and they have basically 4 legs and the wings, I treat the wings as if they were another set of arms, because that's what they are. Wings are different set of limbs. Dragons basically are 6-limbed creatures basically. So yeah, I already done that, so don't worry, it's actually not that different. Because when you're drawing an extra set of limbs, you have to keep in mind the extra muscles, the extra shoulders, and the extra back muscles to basically keep those moving. Yeah, again, all of that is fascinating to me. Cody Twist, I'm sorry about the ads. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. Let me take a sip of my cup, it's already cold. Alright, so we have the sketch ready. So time for the line art. I have this random comment on one of my streams. This person said, can you stop drawing clean lines? I was like taken aback. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm trying to make everything look clean. But then it stuck with me, and I'm like, you know what? I like how the lines look messy. So instead of making the lines clean, that's gonna do it. It's like basically another sketch on top of the old sketch. So goodbye clean lines. I never liked you anyways. So I do believe that it gives a little bit more personality. There we go. Okay. Lower the opacity. So yeah, technically another sketch on top of the other one. Too thick. That's better. gonna raise the volume. Damn it! Every time I start the line art, I'm trying to use a vector layer. Goodbye. I was using a regular layer. I was trying to draw on a vector layer. Here we go. That way if I resize something, the quality of the line art doesn't change. Because sometimes when you resize a drawing, if you stretch it a little bit, if you make it bigger, the line becomes blurry, and I hate that. So I found out that you can actually draw on vector layers, and if you resize the line, there we go. Okay, if you resize it, there we go. The quality of the line never changes. It doesn't become blurry. So, yeah, I was like, whoops. Big whoops. I don't want chill music, I'm sorry. Give me another one. Okay, this one. This is what I mean. When you transform the line, you change your mind, the quality doesn't change. Don't mind asking what kind of tablet I use. This is not like a tablet, it's more like a screen, it's more like a display. Yeah, it's a screen display. It's a Huion. I actually got it not too long ago. Yeah, I used to draw on a Wacom or Wacom, but I decided to quit using Wacom products. Yeah, this is a screen tablet. It's not screen tablet, it's a screen display. Because when people say tablet, they normally think of the iPad. Yeah. Normally think of an iPad, which I happen to have as well. And if you're asking what kind of program I'm using Clip Studio. No, sadly I'm not open for commissions right now. I'm just gonna finish the ones that I have before I even decide to open again. Yeah, but no, sadly no. They sold out real fast, guys. Thank you though, by the way. Yeah, I was actually going through a lot, so I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, the least I can do is putting a little bit of extra effort, a little bit of love and extra effort on the drawings, because it really did help me a lot. Tooth looks weird. Stretch the skin from the jaw. A little of a lip right there. Move the canvas. Ah! I was like, eh. I was twisting my neck. Adjust this real quick. And to be pointing outwards. How long have I been drawing? Since I have a memory, I guess. How long have I been working on this particular drawing? Let me see. I started at 9, right? But then I blabber non-stop. So you could say I've been working on this for 2 hours. Just do one of the space in there. I don't like the chin. There we go. That looks better. This chin looks weird as frick. Looks a lot better, Jesus Christ. Look, it's missing a tooth here. Strut tongue. Stuff it back. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. I'll add extra skills later. And then this part right here. There we go. Yeah, when something is too spiky, I feel like it's unrealistic. Nothing has a perfect spike. Ah! Ah! Just a little bit, damn it. There we go. Like that. Nothing has a perfect point. No. Hands. Very angry lizard. Yeah. I draw a lot, rarely, and I do spend that long of a time on one piece. Yeah, it's fine. It's, you know, everybody has a different workflow. I mean, if you're doing it for fun, then yeah, take your all the time in the world. It can be tricky if you're making money out of it, though. Yeah, when you're trying to make money out of your own work, then you gotta learn how to draw a little bit faster. Because that's your income might depend on how fast you can finish a piece. Yeah, I normally don't recommend to finish one drawing and from the get-go, because I just draw it and then take a step back, and then because you might find, you know, mistakes later on. The mistakes that are only mistakes to your eyes, because later on you'll be like, how many times it happened to you that you finish a piece, you're proud of it, and then the next day you look at it and then you start seeing like, oh my god, one eye is bigger than the other one. Oh my god, I hate that body part, and then you start judging yourself, and all of a sudden your favorite drawing becomes your worst nightmare. It was like, it happened to me so often, so I'm like, just breathe, take a step back, and go back to it later with fresh eyes. do you ever stream the progress of all your YouTube shorts animatics? Yeah, you can call it animatics video shorts. I do actually have. I've been thinking of making one of those videos in which the artist just gives you. I was thinking of making story time on the process, just to make story time, and in the background just show the process of the animatics. I actually have it recorded, and when I started I found out a few weeks back that my auto recording wasn't on, so I turned it on. I'm not gonna have every single drawing time lapse, but I do have the most recent ones. I was like, just in case I decide to do something with them. Story animation. Let me open the hot spring one. Give it a sec. It's loading. There we go. Let me zoom out. This is what they look like. And this is what they look like. Zoom out so you can see all the frames in there. The keyframes of the camera. Yeah, I do have it recorded. Got a doggo right there. Yeah, basically what you see in the blue line, that's what's gonna show in the camera. I tried to give a little bit more space on the drawings, just when I make like a really wide transition, I like to have like extra space on the side. Like first shot, you see that guy is basically taking a shower, taking a bath in the hot spring basically. So you can see the camera, like the blue box right there, you can see the camera. So basically the camera goes like this, so it's a wide shot. So that's why I try to have extra space, just for those wide shots. But yeah, I do have their process recorded. I have the sketch right here on the bottom. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I didn't finish. I actually finished rendering the drawing part like at 2 in the morning. Like I stood up all night finishing it, and then I switched to DaVinci, and then like normally I just have the main audio, but then I jumped to DaVinci to add like sound effects, like shaking the camera, because I rather use the shaking effect on DaVinci, because the shaking effect on Clip Studio, you have to basically move the camera on every frame to get that shakiness, and that takes forever. It's annoying. So yeah, I do once I render the video, I jump to DaVinci. But yeah, this is the wide shot. This is basically what you see, and then the camera goes like this. Give it a sec. Let me pull this down, and then you will see this. This is what it looks like before I put it on DaVinci. Come on, play. There we go. You see the wide shot, the little. Yeah, this is what you guys see. Okay. So yeah, there's no. You see the rain, the water sounds. I add them later on DaVinci. But yeah. Oh, let me peel this. line art, the background. Just get the sketch. I normally change the color paper to something. Give me a sec. Let me change the color. I always have this color so it doesn't burn my redness. And that's actually the sketch. So let me play it one more time. So that's with a sketch. Again, my sketches are messy, but yeah, you kind of gotta see how my process goes. And then just bring everything back and then change the color of the paper to pure white. There we go. And then I add like a little bit of a texture so the colors don't look completely flat. A little bit of texture right there, you see? I don't know if it's noticeable. There we go. Just something. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do things. No, do not save. There we go. And then hide the timeline because again, I'm not doing a video right now. God dang it. I need to unshrink my back. This drawing is taking forever. Let's use the shadows so it'll look terrifying. I actually spent way too much time on that shot because I was trying to get it right. Yeah, when you want to look something dramatic, you always rely on high contrast. And the only way to get the maximum contrast is by just using white and black and white. Very cool, thanks for showing, no problem. Y'all seen this on YouTube? I haven't even I haven't been able to. I forgot to upload yesterday on TikTok and Instagram. So as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna upload the video on Instagram and TikTok. Because again, yesterday I was so tired. I was like, no, I owe it to myself to just stay away from the computer and give myself a day off. So yeah, yesterday I was exhausted. I was like, I'm not touching the computer. You're like, I'm not touching the computer today. I'm so tired. I was like, oh, but I have to stream. I was like, no. No, stay away from the computer. Big fingers. I want to at least finish the body before I end the stream. Because come on. I got distracted with stories. I need a siesta, Probably. After this, I haven't got anything but this coffee. I need food. I'm actually really hungry. Man. Elbow. sense of 3D. This. Again, one of the advantages of drawing on vector, you can just point which lines you want to delete and then point. You can't do that on a normal layer. Of the arm. It has to come here.
Guess who's being ECK?
Guess who's back? How you doing? There we go. That we have here. Yeah, that's more natural. Chest. Basically the arm, the other arm.
I've been rewatched Technoblade's Potato War trilogy.
Dude, I rewatched that video like 5 times already. I love Technoblade. He's like one of my favorite content creators. Or no, he still is. He still is. But he's like I love him so much. He's so entertaining. He's so funny. He can roast he was able to roast pretty much anybody without cussing, you could say. That is a talent that a lot of people don't have. I guess it helps that he was an English major, so he always knew what to say. He knew exactly the right words. He never uttered the he never cussed that I know of. He never cussed. And I was like, whoa, he can roast anybody and still sound sophisticated. And I'm like, that is pure talent. That is pure talent. He is so peak. Yeah. He's so peak. I'm like, no, I really want to rewatch it again. God damn, I missed Technoblade. I missed Technoblade. He's the reason why I got into Minecraft. Copied all those crucial words from the encyclopedia to wheel. Oh yeah. I mean, English is my second language, so yeah, you could say that my vocabulary is pretty small. Honestly, you will mistake it as your primary? No way! No way! I still have my thickest accent. Now. Yeah, I learned English when I was 14. Yeah, that's when I picked up English. When I was 14 in high school. Yeah, high school was tough. I'm not gonna lie. I remember during lunch hour, I was having trouble pronouncing cinnamon roll. I was like cinnamon and a cinnamon. Oh my goodness! I remember that I was having trouble trying to say cinnamon roll.
To be fair, your English is much better compared to it 10 years ago.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's actually my brother right now on stream. Kind of very tall midget. Like, bro, 10 years ago, how old are you? Were you 7? Yeah, I think you're 17, right? It's just that he looks it's just that he's taller than me, so I keep forgetting how old he is. Yeah, my brother. You know, yeah, my brother's on Twitch right now. He's watching me on Twitch. Yeah, I keep forgetting how old he is because he's taller than me. I'm taller than him by 16 years. And he already outgrew every single one of us. Yeah, we call him midget because, well, he used to be a midget, and he was, you know, he's pretty much the youngest in the family. But we all make fun of it now. We all think it's funny that we still call him midget after all these years, even though he's already taller than my dad. Yeah, he's the tallest, and we still call him midget. We just call him very tall midget. Now for the two. Yeah, he's still the midget. At least for us, he's still the midget.
Peak Horizon, Zero Dawn music.
Oh my god, yes. Damn it. And this, and this. I prefer Monster Hunter, taming scary monsters to become bodyguards. Are you talking about Monster Hunter stories? I know there's a new... Did the new Monster Hunter stories already came out? I already played every single one, and I still have... I already played the 2 games. I still have the original Monster Hunter stories for my 3DS. I still have it. No. Core.
New one comes out next year in March.
Ooh, we still have a long way. They announced it like it's gonna come out in maybe 2 weeks. I mean, like, calm down. go for the tail. Set this scale. This one. The feathers are probably gonna cover it. But oh well.
Did you hear about how lurkers on Twitch no longer count for your view? They only count if they actively chat.
Really? Damn, I'm gonna have to come up with with games. Like for example, I haven't do a fight, have I? I haven't. Ass bomb. Yeah, after this, let's do a cage fight with all the avatars on screen. Again, if you're a lurker, you need to leave a comment so you can spawn your own character, okay? So just say yay or whatever to make sure your character doesn't despawn as well. Just do something, just so you can spawn your character so you can participate. Because we're gonna make all the characters fight each other. We're gonna make them all fight. Like, I have no clue what I am. Ash Wolf? Give me a sec. What are you? Ash Wolf, Ash Wolf. Wolf Mystery. Ash Wolf. Oh! Okay, you are right. Where are you? Oh, you're behind. There we go. You're right here. You're right here. What's his name again? It's Ginyu. You're Ginyu from Dragon Ball. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, Blue is getting in the way. You can't see him. You're in the corner. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. So yeah, you're Captain Ginyu. All right. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. You're Captain Ginyu from Dragon Ball. Yeah, I do have Dragon Ball and Monster Hunter characters. That's it. Is that for members only? No, it's for anybody who comments. Yeah, the only way for yeah, if you don't, you can leave a comment, but if you don't comment in the next few minutes, your character just kind of naturally despawns. But yeah, you don't need to be a member to spawn your character. I'm probably gonna have to shrink Blue because it gets in the way. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make him smaller. He really gets in the way. I don't want to do it right now because I don't want OBS to crash on me and end the stream prematurely. Yeah, pretty much. This is why I really like stream avatars. It's getting the info, it's getting the data from both Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, both people from Twitch and YouTube are spawning their own characters too. Okay, who won? Ben won. Nice. Yeah, next time I'm gonna shrink Blue because his head is getting in the way. Yeah, sometimes it's like it's like covering like a really big part of the fight. Bombs. Feathers. It's like drawing fur, but longer strokes.
Of course the golden rats won. That poison be carding.
Let me see if I can trigger another one. Because sometimes, like, I don't know how. Sometimes I can't trigger a cage fight after the other one because for some reason Stream Out just has like some kind of timer, but I don't know how to get rid of it. Let me see if I can trigger another one. 3, 2, 1. Yay! I can trigger another one. Let's go again! We need a new fighting music. Give me a sec. That's more like it. Oh wait, is the golden rat winning again? It's too powerful! It's golden rat against Nappa. Oh! Oh! Who is Nappa? Freak your board. Yeah, freak your board won. Yeah, I actually need to go to the app because it's too small for me to see. Let's do that again. That was fun. My second victory in the cage fights. Yay. Let's go again. 3. Again, leave a comment so you can spawn your character. Leave a comment if you want to participate. Anything, I don't care. Just say yay or whatever. Yeah. Alright. Who won? Can't take us here. Ah, Midget won! My brother won. Ring. Let's go.
Let's just go.
Midget, my brother won. I rarely win as well. Like, my character is in there too. I think my avatar is in there as default. I guess not. Oh yeah, it's right there. I'm Bardock. It's Blue is blocking on YouTube. Blue is blocking, but yeah, I'm actually where'd I go? Where am I? Right here. I can actually grab them. Yeah, this is me. I'm Bardock. I can basically grab anybody and yank them. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yeet! 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 Alright, I'm never gonna finish this, am I? Wee! Let's hide the sketch for a moment. I want to see. Yeah, that looks great if I say so myself. this. Access. Spec. The feathers need to keep coming out from here. Yeah, that looks better. And the spikes are technically gone, hidden. You won't be able to see the spikes. Maybe I can just pretend like the spike is coming out from here. Just so it doesn't look weird later. And maybe cheat a little bit in here. I'm gonna push this spike. Just to show that they exist. And yeah, the other one will be too much. Yeah. And then for the feathers on its head, I'm gonna do another layer. I'm gonna change the color. No, bring it back. Again, I'm getting used to my new keypad. Muscle memory is working against me. Ah! I'm gonna stop right here. Delete the excess. This. this. Stuff that is gonna be hidden by the horns. This. And then change the colors back. Change it back. No. This one. There we go. And set the sketch. Just gotta finish connecting the neck. A little bit. Some of this later. Sketch. The tail looks pretty thin from here, so I'm just gonna add like a string line. So the tail doesn't look too thin. There we go. It's just some minor details. Just for extra texture. Here. The neck. The tail. Just so it doesn't look like it's empty space. The help music, I know. So chill. Just adjust the lines. of adjusting the thickness. That's what this brush does. Oh, it's not a brush. Is it? So it's more like a tool, yeah. Basically, the closer to the camera, you know, elements tend to be get bigger the closer that to the camera. So that's what I'm doing with the line art. The closer to the camera, then thicker the line. The face, it stands out. It's narrow. It helps the drawing to. It helps parts of the drawing to stand out. And also where I have multiple lines, you know, touching each other, I make it a little bit thicker. Especially where the feathers are. So many lines touching each other. A little bit. Speck right there. And for the final touch, because I don't see anything else, I like little specks. Yeah, what's with the fight music? This is from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. A lot of people don't know about this game, but they released a remake of Crisis Core, but it was originally for the PSP. It was a PSP exclusive when it came out. For the final touch, just little like dirt specs, like boink boink. I learned that from just studying manga. Just Bluesky. No, I don't like it. Skills right there. Yeah, from studying manga, so the character, so it doesn't look completely flat, just use like little specks in there and there. And it gives us so much. This is the kind of
Posture
music.
check. Everyone take care of your spines.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Good call. That music scares you? That's from Crisis Core. Let me see. There's one that every time I hear it, I get goosebumps. Because one of my favorite characters from Crisis Core, you had to fight him. And unfortunately, put him out of his misery. Let me see if I can find it. Price of Freedom. Oh my goodness, sad. No more honor. No honor remains, it's called. And Crisis Core. It sounds so badass, but I hear it and I immediately get sad. You're fighting your mentor. Your mentor, your friend, your dad, your father figure. Keep that in mind. And you have to put him out of his misery. Sure that there's no leaks in color. Everything looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm starving. I'm hungry. Yeah, it's in part my fault for talking too much. Well, I hope it was entertaining enough for you. Ugh, my coffee. It got cold. The coffee got cold. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much. That's it for today. That was entertaining. Oh, thank you.
We is going to the gym.
Oh, we're going to the gym?
We're going to the
Like
gym.
right now?
To the gym.
After 2? Wait, so technically 1 hour.
Yeah, why does the computer still say it's...
Yeah, it's for some reason. Yeah, for some yeah, my computer. Even if we're in Arizona physically, my computer says that we're 1 hour behind. This is what that's what I was explaining at the beginning of the stream. If I'm gonna schedule the stream to be at 9, but I'm not gonna start until 10. Like hour 10, like right here.
So 9 your time.
Not my time yet. So I'm gonna schedule it at 9 for the rest of the world, but for us, I'm gonna start like an hour early. Late. Ugh. I hate this. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. And yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna stream again and a different commission. I'm gonna see if I can finish this today. But right now, I'm just gonna leave it, rest my eyes, and then come back to it later. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye!
Merry early Christmas.
Very early Christmas. Bye, guys. Merry Chrysler!
Yeah, Merry Chrysler!